If you found this message today, it's meant for you. Your guardian angels want you to hear this clearly. Something around you hasn't been adding up, and it's been sitting in your thoughts longer than you would like. This is here to ease that uncertainty. They are moving toward you with intention, and it will bring clarity into your life. The angels say someone in your life has been acting differently. You noticed it almost immediately. Their tone feels off, their behavior isn't what it used to be. It's noticeable enough that others may have sensed it too. That shift has left you wondering what changed and why. It's not just one moment that stands out, it's the pattern. Small changes that did not seem important and at first but slowly started to form a bigger picture. You may have noticed they hesitate before speaking or seem more guarded than usual. Maybe they pull back right after leaning in. That inconsistency is what makes it unsettling because you are someone who values clarity and honesty in connection. You tend to take responsibility for the energy around you. So when something shifts, your first instinct is to reflect rather than assume. That says a lot about your character. You care enough to look inward before placing blame outward. Still, it's fair to ask yourself this: what should you be carrying? Why should you be carrying the weight of something that did not cause? That question alone is a sign that you are starting to see this situation more clearly. You may have started turning the questions inward. You have replayed the moments, conversation, and interactions, wondering if you did something wrong. You have tried to pinpoint where things shifted. That kind of thinking can quietly drain you. It drains you because you are trying to be fair. You are not jumping to conclusions or placing blame. Instead, you are reviewing everything carefully, almost as if there's a missing piece you haven't found yet. You want understanding, not conflict. And that says a lot about your character. You are the type of person who looks inward first, even when you don't need to. Ask yourself this for a moment: how often have you carried questions that were not yours to hold? How often have you taken responsibility for silence, distance, or confusion that did not originate with you? You do this because you are thoughtful and emotionally mature, but it can weigh on you more than you realize. You deserve clarity without having to exhaust yourself searching for it. But understand this clearly: their behavior is not coming from dislike or distance. It's not because you failed in some way, it's actually the opposite. I repeat, it's actually the opposite. They are moving toward you with intention, and it will bring clarity into your life. That clarity won't arrive all at once, and it won't come through sudden explanations or dramatic moments. It shows up subtly through consistency, through energy shifting back into alignment. You will begin to feel steadier before you fully understand why. The tension you have been holding will start to loosen without you forcing it. Pay attention to how your body reacts when you think about them. You have spent time analyzing the situation, letting your thoughts run ahead of you, trying to make sense of everything. It's been exhausting, and it does not need to take up any more space in your mind. You have been carrying this quietly. On the outside, you have kept moving, showing up, handling what needs to be handled, but internally, it's taken more energy than you have allowed yourself to admit. That's because you care about clarity and emotional balance. You don't like loose ends, especially when they involve people you value. What you may not see yet is how steady you have thought all of this. Even in uncertainty, you have remained grounded. You did not react impulsively or let emotions take over. That level of composure comes from confidence, even if you haven't labeled it that way. It's one of the reasons they are drawn to you in the first place. There is no reason to feel anxious. Their behavior isn't driven by negativity. They don't have a problem with you, they like you. And those feelings have caught them off guard. They don't quite know how to act around you right now. In trying to understand their emotions, they have lost their natural ease. You make them nervous in a way they did not expect. They wish they could act normal because the last thing they want is to cause you stress. You intimidate them, but not in a bad way. It's a kind of the presence that doesn't ask for attention but naturally commands it. Have you noticed how others often themselves in your presence without needing to announce it? On emotions that can feel overwhelming in the best possible way. Your confidence, your presence, and the way you move through life leaves a strong impression. They see your strength and everything you have accomplished, and it leaves them in awe. When they are around you, they feel overwhelmed by emotions. That rush is what caused the strange behavior. They want to impress you, but are not sure how. Part of them wonders if they are good enough for someone like you. So sometimes they try too hard, and other times they just pull back. Strong feelings don't always show up clearly, and people react in way that does not always make sense, but their emotions are real. They like you exactly as you are. They don't need to change yourself to get clarity. You have already drawn them in just by being you. There's something grounding about knowing that. It means the connection wasn't built on the performance or effort. It formed naturally through presence, honesty, and the way you show up as yourself. That kind of impact is not forced and it can't be replicated. It's simply felt. So if you have been wondering whether you need to be adjusted, explain yourself, or do more, or you don't, clarity arrives when people are ready to meet it, not when you bend yourself to reach it. For now, your role is to remain exactly as you are, open, steady, and trusting that what's meant to be understood will come forward in its own time. They are working through it, they are sorting out their emotions and learning how to show up honestly. Soon the truth will be clear without you having to guess. Until then, don't doubt yourself. You are strong, inspiring, and exactly who you are meant to be. Trust that everything unfolding is doing so far for a reason. This concludes the message for your guardian angels. I want to end this right now. I'll see you in the next video. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?